But right now, it's time to solve the problem. I'm falling apart. It's time to solve the problem of a listener in Textual Healing.
I can't get my eggs home from the supermarket without smashing them.
My dad, he basically sort of lifts women.
I've got a moustache. I'm loath to shave it off.
Are you in a relationship?
With my moustache.
X.
When I get that feeling, I want
Textual.
Textual.
That's right, folks. It's that time of the show where we solve your problems. If you've got a problem, bring it to our door. We'll open the door. Wipe your feet. Come in. Don't take the mickey, but we'll give you some of our time. And on line 4, we have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Izzy.
Oh, hello, Izzy. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from South London.
Yeah, and what's your problem, Izzy?
Well, I've got a boyfriend who at first was really nice, and he gave me loads of attention and stuff, and we've had a baby, which is amazing. But he supports Wales, and recently, as you know, Wales have started to suddenly do well, and he keeps going back to France because he's got a job, in inverted commas, there.
Yeah.
And today he had to get up really, really early to go there to work. And he left the lid off the raisins, but that's the tip of the iceberg, really. They've gone very dry. And his name is Ellis James, and this is the only way that I can get through to him and plead with him to stop being so obsessed with Wales and make them play worse.
Oh, well, this is a Radio X first on Textual Healing. We have a caller that we know. I'm going to have to play King Solomon Robbins in this relationship meltdown. Ellis James, what are your reactions?
Well, this is the first domestic I've ever had down the line.
Yes.
I would like to apologise to Izzy on behalf of Wales for being rubbish for so long, because otherwise she'd be used to it. I mean, this is me, man. It's in my spine. It's in my DNA.
Now,
I'm
Izzy,
afraid.
Ellis, let Izzy speak. Izzy, how do you feel about that? Because Ellis has claimed that you wouldn't be used to this because Wales has been rubbish for so long. But I'm assuming Ellis still neglects you when Wales lose.
He does, and if anything, it's worse when they lose, because it's like he's still got hope for the future. And now that it's actually happened and started being good, I just feel like loads of stuff. Like he likes lots of orange squash and Special K in the house. I keep buying it. The cupboards are full of it, and then he doesn't come back. I get him this special kind. Yeah,
you're overstocked with Special K and orange squash.
Yeah, and I don't drink either of. I don't drink it.
Oh,
or
no,
eat
because
that.
you're not 8 years old.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's nice to have a drink with a bit of taste.
Ellis, can you please let Izzy speak?
Yes.
Yes, Ellis, can you please let me speak? The thing is, John, when he comes back home, he shows me photos and says things like, "This is Jeff Hardacre. He's a player from the 50s. And I met him yesterday."
And I'm guessing this is having an effect on your infant child.
Absolutely. She hadn't spoken properly until today when she said, "I don't believe that Daddy has a real job in Wales."
And
I also don't think he's eating properly before games, and he's getting more irritable and stressed about whether they're going to win or not.
That was your daughter's first words?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unusual for it to be a paragraph.
Alice, could you please let Izzy speak? I'm getting an insight, Izzy, into the dynamic of this relationship. Alice constantly interrupting you. Would you say your daughter is sort of maybe looking for father figures elsewhere?
Well, we were at a barbecue the other day, and she went up to another man in a Lyle and Scott t-shirt and said, "Daddy," much to the chagrin of his girlfriend.
I've worn Lyle and Scott for 4 years.
Ellis,
I've moved on.
Ellis, I have asked you seveul times to let your girlfriend have her say. Izzy, and now on to perhaps the most serious issue, the raisins. Do you want to talk us through that?
Well, okay, so he tells me off for leaving drawers open. That's a really big thing with him.
He's done that 3
He
times
gets-
on air, just to point out.
Yeah, I know. He gets very angry about it. And even last night, I got my outfit ready for the morning because our daughter wakes up very early when her dad's away. It's like she senses that he's not in the house.
She senses the
but,
neglect.
Absolutely, she does. And I laid out my outfit and I'd left the drawer in it open an inch and he slammed it angrily before reading about Jeff Hardacre online. And yet left the lid off the raisins this morning. He still had a handful of raisins at 5:30 before he departed, and they've gone very dry because. And if you leave the drawers open, clothes don't go dry, but it really affects the raisins. And one more thing, while I've got him, because this is the longest conversation we've had in the last month, Ellis. Last week on air, you said that the Euros were the best 2 weeks of your life. Now we've had a child, we've got engaged. We're going to Peppa Pig World in September, possibly twice, to make up for the time that you've been away. And I caught myself saying the other day that was going to be the best day of my life. I haven't even been there yet. So I'd like you to apologise publicly, please.
Yes, and you deserve an apology. I shouldn't have said that. That is the best non-child or Izzy-related
Or
2
Peppa Pig.
weeks. Or Peppa Pig-related time I've had. That is... Yeah. I mean, to be honest, when you're broadcasting down the line from the arrivals lounge of Toulouse Airport, you tend to talk in superlatives, and it was a slip of the tongue, and it was one I regret.
Okay,
I'd like
folks.
to apologise to the nation. I'm sorry.
On that note, where Ellis has publicly apologised for the neglect of his family and off-air agreed to be main childcare provider for the next 2.5 years, I've got that in writing, Izzy. I hope we can begin to repair, heal the wounds that this football championship have caused, not just on commercial digital radio, but also in the lives of those who Ellis cares for most.